you this afternoon, or rather this hour of the afternoon, speaking to the Senior General Manager of the National Metrology Lab of SIRIM, Dr. Osman Haji Zakaria. Welcome back to the studio.
Yeah,
and it's good to have you here today, talking about this interesting subject of the science of measurement and putting into perspective some concepts that we take for granted sometimes, units of measurement, establishing standards, maintaining standards and requirements, which is the role of SIRIM. But I am curious about one thing, Dr. Osman. What is the difference between, or relationship rather, between metrology and standard?
Okay, metrology is defined as a science of measurement.
Okay.
So that means in the science of measurement, a standard is an object. So that means system or experiment that bears a defined relationship to a unit of measurement of physical quantity, because there are various physical quantity in metrology.
Okay.
So it's a part, I think it's many I think I will explain later. So however, the standard are the fundamental reference for a system of weight and measures, again, which all other measuring device compare. So that means without any standard, we don't know what is the exact value. So that's why the metrology, we need to maintain what is the standard when we refer to other part of the world.
Right.
So this should be a very common and harmonized the value of standard. So I think in that sense we can measure or detect the value, the exact value.
I see. Does it have to do with the concept called calibration? Calibration is something that we hear sometimes. We need to calibrate a machine, for example, to make sure that everything still runs properly or is able to work in the proper order. How do you define calibration and why is it important?
Okay, in general, calibration is the process of comparing the unknown values of quantities indicated by a measuring instrument system. Maybe we call unit at the test. So that means we don't know what is the value. So with a known value, with a standard, as mentioned before, we can compare the result. Compare between standard and unit under test with unknown, so we know what is the real value. So that one is in general terminology or definition of calibration.
Okay.
And after that we can report the result.
Right.
So that why if it's a wrong measurement result lead to wrong decision, so which can have a serious consequences, maybe costing involved, a lot of money, and even life. So normally like chemical measurement or maybe diagnostic in clinical chemistry, it will affect the life because a wrong diagnostic, wrong result.
Right.
And therefore it is important to have accurate and reliable measurement. Accurate measurement, it requires a calibration.
Right.
So it's a calibration is very important to make sure we will get a good result, actual result.
Okay. Anything else on the issue of calibration? I guess accuracy is a key factor, yeah, in all of this.
Yeah, this is a key factor actually in the calibration. Whenever you do a calibration, we involve to accuracy and traceability. First, accuracy and reliability will be doubtful if the instrument used were not calibrated. Understanding of calibration is not complete without understanding traceability. Is part of the element in measurement. So that's why I think we need to understanding in technical way to understanding during the calibration. And the second one, traceability, is a concept of establishing valid calibration of measuring standing or instrument by step by step compared with better standard up to an accepted national standard. So that's why we call it a traceability to SI unit through various comparison.
Okay.
So it's very general about the calibration.
Traceability, interesting concept. Dr. Osman, are there any compulsory items that have to be calibrated? And are there any laws governing these requirements?
Yes, there are many compulsory items to be calibrated. Normally, this item fall under the activity of legal metrology. And illegal metrology measurement, method of measurement and measuring instrument are regulated to protect consumers. So in Malaysia, legal metrology is based on the National Measurement Act 2007 and Weight and Measures Act 1972. Right. So we are custodian for Weight and Measure Act 1972. Right. Because this act is belong to KPD and KK. So that's why I think we are as a custodian, we need to advise them the right procedure to calibrate, to verify, and do a lot of things for verification process.
Right.
So I'll give one example. The last one is part of the we support the legal measurement, example, under this way MSA Act.
Okay.
A good example for calibration as well. Example, if you go to a pasar malam or night market,
Okay.
you buy 1 kilogram of fish.
Hmm.
So how confident you that one is 1 kilogram of
That's
fish
really 1
without
kilogram.
verification? Yeah.
Yeah.
So that is very important to
Right.
protect consumer.
That's why it's like these concepts that we take for granted sometimes. But yeah, it's very important, make sure everyone gets a fair
Yeah.
deal, especially when we deal with international relationships, import-export, trade, and so on and so forth. Yeah? I am speaking with Dr. Osman Zakaria, who's the Senior GM of the National Metrology Lab of SIRIM. And I also understand there is a World Metrology Day.
Yeah, right. This very important. Is how we celebrate this World Meteorology Day as annual event.
Okay.
That is celebrate to commemorate a diplomatic agreement known as Meter Convention.
Interesting. And what day is this, Doctor?
We will celebrate on the Tuesday on 20th May. So normally it is very, I think, we try to explain the real world about the meteorology, the important about meteorology to our audience or our visitors.
Right.
Yeah.
Nice. I understand also that Malaysia became the first member of the Meter Convention in 2001.
Yeah, right.
Right. What is the theme for this year's World Metrology Day?
Okay, the theme is already fixed by National Bureau of Weight and Measures. It is we call some measurements and global energy challenge.
Okay.
Because this is very important issue. Because energy, is a very critical issue in every part of the world. So it's because it's our support our life and also the industry as well.
Okay. What sort of activities and such which will be taking place?
Okay. Among the activities that will be held include a guided tour to the selected laboratory, because I think that is very important. They will pay a visit to see what is the latest technology instrument to maintain our standard, demonstration of selected calibration system, and another thing, because maybe we should have question and answer interaction between the NMLSIRIM staff and
Nice.
also the visitors.
Okay. This is an open day celebration, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, nice. Which is happening on the day itself, Tuesday, May the 20th.
Yeah, right.
What hours, what time will it start?
Okay, we welcome actually. I will take this opportunity to invite all of our Malaysian to come to NMLSIRIM Open Day on May 20th, which will begin at 2 p.m. for all you to know the understanding how we as meteorologists working at NMLSIRIM. So because it's very important to play our role keeping national measurement standard to ensure safety and quality of life of all.
Right, which is very, I think, important to know more of and to remind ourselves of these national standards. Once again, the NMLSIRIM Open Day, right, which is going to be held on May the 20th, beginning at 2 p.m. It's open to everyone. Anyone can just participate.
Yeah, I think I will let to everyone, because I think it's very important we can meet each other. That means to understand what is the real world of meteorologists, how it works, and what is the contribution to the nation.
Okay, nice. And for more details, Dr. Osman, where can the public get more details from?
Okay, one is we already established our SIRIM Facebook, so that everybody can go to our Facebook, www.facebook.com/SIRIMBerhad. So we have information about the World Meteorology Day. And the second one, we have a World Meteorology Secretariat. They can contact it at 03-8778-1605 or 73-8778-1607. So I think the address is at National Meteorology Laboratory, Lot 4803, Bandar Baru Salak Tinggi, Sepang, 43,900, Selangor.
Sure. So the event will be held at the lab.
In our premise in Sepang, Selangor.
In Sepang, Selangor, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's, if you want to have a unique perspective to things, spend Tuesday in a different way, well, do check that out. It's happening at the National Metrology Lab in Sepang, Selangor. And for more information, just to recap a little bit, well, do check out the SIRIM Facebook page at sirim.berhad, that's BHD, or just...
SIRIM Berhad.
That's right, and just do a search. I think that might be easy. SIRIM, who has not heard of SIRIM, a very important body in maintaining standards and regulations and whatnot. You can also call the WMD Secretariat at 03-8778-1605 or 03-8778-1607. Well, good luck to you, Dr. Osman.
Okay, thank you very much to Track FM.
You're welcome. And in preparation for the National Meteorology Labs Open Day, in conjunction with World Meteorology Day, celebrated next Tuesday, 20th of May.
Yeah, thank you.
Excellent. And thanks again for your time. We appreciate it, talking about these concepts which in our everyday lives, but we don't really think about them too much sometimes, especially from a technical perspective. So I've been speaking to Dr. Osman Haji Zakaria, the Senior General Manager of the National Meteorology Laboratory of Sirim Berhad, right here on Trax Momentum. Stay tuned. Coming up, I'll be checking in with Sharon Chan to see what she has cooking for us at the 1 p.m. main news bulletin.